Arriving like Latter-day missionaries at the St. Augustine Monastery, or so it was until the monks left these parts some 40 years ago, we had come not to convert, but be converted by the myths and splendor of this place. It was here that Sven Usman of the National Museum in Bloemfontein took us to one of the strangest churches in the world.
This is a place that was inhabited by hunter-gatherers or bushmen many thousands of years ago, and it was also used when the first missionaries of the Society of St. Augustine came here in 1869. They lived here for 2 years, but it was very wet, and so they moved across to the priory. And then what happened is in the late 1970s or mid-1970s, members of the Zionist Christian Church changed this all into an important pilgrimage site, a place at which the ancestors are very important, because in Zionist thought, your ancestors have an immediate role in your life today. And people come here, pilgrims, they come here and, for example, write requests to the ancestors on paper. There's a court docket, for example, and they make various offerings. For example, they put a bit of maize down for fertility, for richness in the fields. There's also sugar placed in the cave for general well-being, and each one of these offerings has a certain internal logic to it. They're not just higgledy-piggledy placed.
Tread gently in these parts if you are of ill intent. No evil spirit dare pass the rows of cacti, whose spikes are there to hook the passage of any evil spirit who may be tempted to trespass.
Modderpoort is truly a piece of heaven on earth, and not merely from an aesthetic point of view. It has the extraordinary ability to attract the religious from many different groups. It first attracted the Bushmen, then Christian missionaries, and thereafter members of the Christian Zionist movement. So it would be true to say that as Jerusalem is to the Muslims, Jews and Christians, so Modderpoort is to these groups of people.
There are places in South Africa where the soil is considered holy and possesses magical properties, and Modderpoort is one such place.
This is one of the holes at which pilgrims have been taking earth out. They believe it to be holy earth because we are right here at the back of the cave church, and at a number of places there are these little holes, sometimes with candles as offerings. And people come here, they take the earth, mix it with water, and then either drink it or bathe in it, and this purifies them. And obviously a purified state is what you want to be as a pilgrim.
To be found among the good spirits of the monks and brothers is a remarkable woman who is revered to this day by many Sotho people.
Buried near the graves of the Christian missionaries is the great Basotho prophetess, Mansopa. Besides her powers of prophecy, she was also a healer, and offerings are made here on her grave on a daily basis. Some of them are rather unusual. For instance, these little canisters of snuff. Now these are put here to enable the ancestors to breathe more freely. Sometimes money offerings are found, which is an appeal for wealth, and it's also considered good manners to place a rock or stone on her grave when visiting it. So I'm going to do just that.
At certain times of the year, Mansopa's spirit is said to inhabit the cave church.